Hello, good people. How are you doing? It's been a while. Hope mko sawa. Welcome back to KRT. Mahali sisi usema raw is real. Today, of course,
that's not what we say.
Okay, that's what I say. What do you say?
What do you say? Raw is?
It's always real.
Someone has a different opinion. What do you say?
What do you mean by raw is real?
Raw is
Of course,
real.
raw is real, but that's not the point.
Okay, raw is?
We just love it raw. Or raw is the way to go.
Yeah, raw is better. You know, you cannot have a final product if you don't have raw materials. As a producer of the shows behind this, they have to take a raw footage. So raw will
So even the men on the panel are probably
you give them raw, then they will chew.
okay.
Yeah.
As raw as it gets, we want to explore some topic here. Of course, we have a new member of the panel, and he thinks raw is the way to go.
Yeah.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Samara Kimagendi.
Yes. Karibu sana.
I'm Jayobutu.
Jeobutu, frequent. So today it's more of a debate that has been going on, but silently. Nobody wants to talk about it loudly, but we know that probably even you watching has had this conversation within yourself. And we have so many. We are like 8 billion people in the world. Most of these people are women. And in the African setup, there was no restriction that you need to get married to one woman or something. It's the Western culture and the Christianity that has brought us these things. And we men, I have now a question to you guys and to myself and to you, our viewer. What do you think? Is polygamy is the way to go? Is it as good as raw? What's your opinion on polygamy?
Polygamy.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, thanks for having me. I love it here. Yeah, first thing, I think we need to establish rules of this conversation. Because what do we mean by polygamy? Is two enough to qualify as polygamy, or polygamy we just mean poly, like many?
Poly means many, but well, I think even from two, there's no diogamy, so it's polygamy. And even from anything from two, more than one. If you have more than one partner or wives in this case, you're a polygamous.
Why are you replacing partner with wives? Because I think partner is the more appropriate word.
Yes, partner and wives, or wives, I say. So the partner is the same as wife, or we talk about partners now?
I think the word wife does not make like the same sense that it used to when it was invented. So I think in this age we like to call them partners. I like to call them my partners. Like I have a partner. I can have more partners. Yeah, like any business, a good business, if the business is doing well, you get more partners, then you can expand your wings. What do you think?
No, I think we don't have a formal tag for people who are dating. It only starts making sense when you're married, and when you're married, and then I call them a partner. But when you talk of partnership, we have to introduce shares and ownership and stuff. I'm never into a partnership with a woman I'm married to. She's my subject, and it ends there.
She's not your partner?
No, she's not my partner.
You just called her a subject.
In which business?
Oh, that's serious.
You know, it simply means if you can obey me, then who are you to?
Do you sometimes feel maybe you can consult her on some things about running your family?
No, I say out loud. I don't consult. I mean, if I want the best for my family, why? You know, consultation.
If you want the best for your family, you need to listen to your wife.
You see, all in all, sometimes I'm speaking this way, because it's enough space for me to speak.
Sure, there is.
Sometimes it's like having a child, and then you ask them like, what do you want to? I'm not equating women to children, but it's
More
for better understanding. It's no.
But traditionally, the women and children are same category.
In also some aspects, men are like kids. For example, yeah, we can be like kids in a mature way, though.
Well, that's a discussion that we need to have. I think it can be independent on whether we should listen or not listen to women, or we can consult or not.
But you know, we can label this. But one thing I know, when men are asking something, it's a choreographed conversation, you know.
Not really.
Yes.
No, don't say men, that's you.
I mean real men. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Like, the point is here, let's say you want to buy a car.
Yes.
But you don't want trouble. You need to get something else to equate, but at the end of the day, you want a car. So you go to your woman, you say like, nilipata 1 million, there's a deal I got. I'm contemplating between buying a car and land. What do you think is right? You know, definitely, you know, even if she went for land, you will go buy your car. You understand?
With all due respect to the women you date and the one you married to, is it that you marry without minding whether they have a head, a functional head or not? And if they do, don't you intend to use it at some point?
Part of having a functional head to me, a functional head doesn't mean that I should really consult. Maybe I need a brain that is enough to accommodate my...
Hold up, I think we're giving him too much. I've really tried to listen to him because I was hoping this was at the end of what he was saying, but I don't think there's any.
It's just
It's just
it needs you to think deeper.
And no, yes, listen to me. I think this is the importance of these forums and these platforms such as this, so that you can learn. Okay. One, this is why I consider the person we normally call wife a partner more than the traditional sense of the word wife. I find it very inappropriate. I just don't like it, because this is the sense. If I'm going to spend years with you, if I want to involve you in my business, in my life, if I want to share the same space with you every other day, I need to trust your brain first of all. I need to trust your emotional intelligence, which means me and you need to be partners in life. Me and you need to be doing this life thing together, which means I'll be consulting you. Otherwise, you have no business. Then what will make it different from? Then why is she there? Because then, if you are saying that she's there to just hear you speak out loud, then you don't need her in that house. Then you could just have a woman who lives elsewhere and she will sire a baby for you, and that's it. Or if it's sex you want, you could have sex anywhere else. But if I'm going to bring you into my life and call you mine, then it means that I've elevated you to a point where I need to be able to consult you on things. Because again, men have many blind spots. By our nature, there are things that we're not good at. That's what makes us men. We are very good in one area and not very good in other areas. So if I'm going to bring you into my life and call you mine, whether I call you a wife or a partner, it's because I have seen you worthy to resonate with me. And I
to do life together.
Yes.
Now, I've understood you. It's also good to listen to a student. It's not a bad thing. You know, learning is a continuous process. And
the student is always better than the teacher.
Exactly. In some aspects, though. Now, my point is this. The reason why I say that we are not into partnership, marriage is a different kind of union where there has to be a head and there has to be
the neck or something.
Let me call it the body, the hands, the legs, or whatever that is.
Same way in a business, there will be a chairman of the board and there are other directors, but all of them are owners of the company.
But when you put it like it's a business, then I feel like, what is the profit or what is the benefit?
The benefit is to be successful at life. Because
how would you be successful in life?
This is a very, you raise a very important point, and we need to make this very clear for any man who's watching. You need to think about your marriage as a business, because especially in this time and age, marriage cannot be just for the sake of churning out kids and and maybe ironing clothes or something. Marriage is a financial institution. You need to find someone who you are financially compatible with for your marriage to make sense in this time and age. Otherwise, many marriages are breaking up because of this financial incompatibility, and it's because people have not been thinking about it that way. So you get married to a person, she's a beautiful woman, you like her in every other way, she's humble, submissive, but she spends money like you don't want. Or when you want to make a financial commitment or a financial investment somewhere, she does not reason with you, so she'd rather buy the car instead of buying the land when you want to maybe invest in something that will benefit you in the long run. So in that way, I think, and in very many other ways, the financial aspect of a marriage is more important nowadays, especially more than any other. Hizi vitu zingine kidogo kidogo used to make sense kitambo, that you need a woman who can bear kids, or take care of your aging mother. Those are basics. That's when you can pay someone to do those things. And
say again, even women who are not career women, who have not gone to school, are not so exposed, but you have chosen to be partners with them. You can't just ignore them and expect them to just hear and maybe act or something. Because women, by nature also, they have power. They have like power over, not really over men. They have influence, probably negative, sometimes negative or positive, depending on who you chose. Because even a woman who doesn't want to speak or say anything, just be seen in the house, they have a way. There's a way they can influence your life negatively or positively. So it's you to have a super conversation with them, or understand that you are this close, that the energy they have, or even their being there, the kind of food they cook, and even them sleeping with you naked. I think you are sharing. You are sharing some electrons. There is a high level of closeness that you cannot just ignore that they don't have.
Also, maybe allow me to interject. There is something that you raised that is very important as well, because again, even as much as I'm advocating for us to think of marriages as financial institutions, does not mean that because there's also a tendency nowadays for people to also want to be equal partners in the relationship financially. Ati sasa ni mwanamke lazima pia contribute financially to the marriage.
Yeah.
I find that to be a very weird concept, and I don't exactly support it, but I don't mind it if it happens to be the case. So it does not mean that a woman needs to also earn money, because hiyo ndio siku hizi watu wengi wanakimbianga kwa timu, mwanamke lazima pia kuwe na pesa yake. What do you bring to the table?
Let me
wait. I won't make my point. Not my point.
Did someone tell you that? You're feeling like.
I remembered how ridiculous it is for you to argue that a woman needs to bring anything apart from herself to the table. But anyway, the fact that this woman is, even if she's a housewife, which is for me, it's the ideal sort of scenario for a marriage, where the man looks for like Mosacha, or for the kesi. Mosacha also from so for me, I tend to think that that's the most ideal scenario, that the woman keeps the home and the man goes out to hunt. Although nowadays sometimes it can be tricky, but that's the ideal scenario. And so I think I wanted to make that point, that the fact that this woman keeps a safe house, a safe home, they get the home conducive for you to exist, so that you can, when you have gone out to hunt and you get bruised, you come back to a safe environment for you to heal, so you can go out tomorrow energized, anakuchocha uende kutafuta zaidi, because you can also find a woman who, yes, she can be every other thing, but if she's not even mentally and spiritually inspiring you to want to go out, you won't even have reason to leave the home.
Now you think you're talking, the chicken has come to roast. Now you're talking. And that ceases to be a partnership when you, by definition. When we talk about partnership, is that we should give equal energies, and sometimes
not really.
Hold on.
Even in business, it's never.
Hold on.
It's not always.
Equality doesn't mean sometimes. There is equity and there is equality, and unless we get the distinction, we miss the whole conversation. Equality can simply mean, like, if let's say this whole business, we've invested 1 million. By chance, we make your 700 and make is 300, right?
Yes.
It doesn't mean that you guys are not equal. There is a way you can compensate. You can decide to put the money and you do the work. That makes you partners. Yes. So my point exactly is that you cannot perceive marriage to be a business. You have to perceive marriage to be a union. In that there's you see, for example, if you have a very smart woman, like for example, like Frida, I think she appears once or she's very smart, and you are just an average dumb guy. That would be a very beautiful marriage.
Like yourself? Or like who?
Yeah, give me examples.
Yeah, if you equate me to Albert Einstein, I'm done. That is true.
Look, Nani,
No,
let's
I'm not Shetan though.
Alright.
As a man, if you miss to carry the vision in your family, however smart your woman can be, yeah, you're missing it. As a woman, no matter how smart you can be, if your man does not steer you, it's just done.
That I agree with.
Right?
And I would say something on that.
Please.
In fact, a man, however, I don't know what we can call smartness. Maybe take away books. Even if a man has not gone to school, we are, I think, graced enough to be able to carry a dream of some family, not every other family. And every dream to every other family, they are specific and special. So if you start a family as a man, you have an imagination of where you want to go with it. And the woman, however smart they are not coming to become men in this business. There's our space that is cut already. So if you have a woman who was, I expect it to be normal that you cannot have a peasant from Mosoveti who has never went past Mosoveti village, marrying someone who has a dream as big as Michelle Obama, wanting to be some world leader.
Those ones make it.
Who wants to be a world leader. If, in that case, when there is such imbalance, which is an accident, I think to me, when there is such imbalance, that's when a man now maybe agrees to being just something to be seen, or someone who does it, the dream is too big for them to carry. But under these normal circumstances, there's a difference of the woman is a lawyer, you are just some clinician or some nurse. It's not big for you to carry a dream of family with such kind of a woman.
I like what you're saying. The things that I don't really agree, and I think modernity has spoiled some basic rules that as men we should follow. If I have, for example, if you look at artists, perfect example. You realize the moment an artist marries, career yake, there is a way it goes down. Mostly, not all. Mostly, there is a way it just dies, right? What do I mean? I don't mean that you marry a woman mwenye akili yake ni ya kuvukisha tu watoto kwenda shule, but if that brings me peace and good. This is what I mean. When you have a woman, after when I make a wrong decision, she respects that. That's what I want, because look at it this way. Look at it this way.
I don't want to look at it that way.
Okay. Here is this way. You can close your eyes at the same time. Now, here is my point. A perfect example ya gari na shamba. Maybe kwake vile anaona, if my husband bought land, the next time he gets money, we build a house. So tuhame kutoka hapa, tuende kwa nyumba yetu, we would have saved on rent, right? Mimi naona, in my line of business, or someone's line of business.
Can we mute him?
Wait, I'm trying to look at it the way you wanted to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mimi kwa maoni yangu, naona if I buy my, say, Pro Box, tabeba equipment zangu, nisiweke ndani, and they are safe, I go shoot somewhere, nimalize, and I'll make more money. That is my perception, right? Na mwanamke ana perception yake. Here is the possibility at the end of the day. Pesa ni yako, but now that you're married, pesa ni yenu, right? You can make a decision on it. But at the end of the day, you work for that money and you know what you want for it, right? So it happens that you're colliding, she doesn't pave way for you to make that bad decision and maybe learn from it. She wants you to make the good decision and buy land. You don't want. Do you know what you do? You look for a beautiful woman, you go to Mombasa, you enjoy, you come back. Second possibility. Yeah?
Yes.
Second possibility. You will just do something that is crazy with that money. Sometimes, hold on, I'm done, I'm almost done. He's almost muting me. Sometimes, as a man or as a woman, maybe what I always believe, if you want to make a wrong decision, sometimes let men be given that time to make wrong decisions. That fulfills them. You don't come murdering a man.
You have, having made that point, what is the role, according to, what is the typical role of a woman in a marriage?
I said that earlier.
Giving birth?
You support me.
Support you how when you don't
make wrong choices.
Even in my wrong choices.
Look,
It was for better, for worse. I'm at my worst state. My worst idea of buying a car. Support me. If I'm going to be wrong, support me.
Then you don't need that woman, by the way.
I do.
You don't.
I do.
You don't.
You need an accomplice.
You just need someone. Or Elon Musk can help you.
I do need
I think you need.
And let me tell you, the best people who invented things, the best leaders we have are people who walk up and say, by the way, I can be a president. I want to sell this land. They pick a campaign as MCA. And then they became a president.
That might be true. And people have hung themselves. People have hung themselves.
Yeah.
And people do not have people to tell them, hey, stop doing it.
And also, let me make this very clear.
Or people chose not to.
You, I know you might be too gone, so let's try to talk to our audience.
It
might be helped. Yo, bro, kama hujawasikiza vizuri. Okay? Kwanza nianze na hiyo point yako ya mwisho about all the people who became presidents who did great things, they woke up. No, they did not just wake up. Most of these people actually have great women who actually inspire them to want to have
supported, not inspired. Use words correctly, kindly.
I'm a very spiritual person, okay? And this is one thing
that
really? Yes, this is one thing I believe. One of the roles of a woman in a homestead is to be the portal through which the ancestors, a portal, yes. Yeah,
you know, not every young man and woman understands a portal. Some of these words tulianza kuzipata wakati wa elections.
A woman has a womb, okay?
Correct.
This womb, apart from bearing children, this womb is also the same place where visions are born.
I agree.
This is what happens for the audience. So when you bring a woman into your life, apart from bringing a partner, okay, one of the roles she plays as your partner is that she comes with the womb, and this womb is where even blessings come through from the other realms. If you believe in God, you believe in your ancestors, she becomes the source. You know the story of the river and the source? She becomes the source through which many things will sprout in your life, okay? So this is what a good man and any man needs to do. You listen to your wife, because even the vision that you want, because men have a very strong, tunakuwa na ego, tunakuwa very masculine and very tough to even to listen to the gods. We don't really pay attention to the gods. Yeah. So what's going to happen is one night when you've done your sexual acts and you're relaxing in bed, a good woman who is in touch with her femininity and her womb and the spirits, she will tell you, baba nani, unajua nilikuwa nafikiria tunaweza fanya hivi, tuende tununue kale kashamba hivi, tufanye ile kitu fulani hivi, unaona aje? Tamwambia maneno taangalia. Okay? That is the gods and the ancestors speaking to you through that woman. Then you will go and think, the other day you mentioned something, what do you need to tufanye hiyo kitu, nimefikiria naona hiyo idea si mbaya, tutafanya hiyo kitu, okay? Then you take charge, then you go to hand. Because the idea has been planted, and this idea is divine because it's come through a woman. Because we as men, we are not very much in touch with the divine. Okay? So, this idea, you just need a woman.
The spiritual
wait a minute.
Attach it to some doctrine, because what you're saying is quite unbiblical, I believe.
It's not unbiblical.
A man in a family setup. Now, let me just educate you. You know, sometimes too many spiritual books will mix you as a man. Don't do that. Just read the Bible or the Quran and you're done. Let me tell you.
Even as an African, I don't
even as an African,
yeah.
If I go back to the Bible, in the Old Testament, if my family has sinned, for example, as walienda wakaiba mahindi ya watu tukakuja tukakula, I am the chief priest of my family.
That is according to the Bible or whatever you believe.
Yes.
Somewhere you were making some point which I'm interested to know how it ends, so please continue. And the man now listens but takes charge and goes to act. I will come to you.
Your role as a man is now to carry that vision, okay? To carry that vision and run with it. But the woman by nature is the nurturer. Okay? She's the one who nurtured this dream. The woman is the one who will keep reminding you, Baba nani ile kitu ulisema utafanya tulifanya. Before you married me, you told me we will do this and do that. What happened to that thing? Because women can be very easily distracted with everything that is happening. It's the woman who will tell you, uliniambia nataka kuwa president. Hiyo kitu ulikuwa unaniongelesha tu. Okay? She's the one who will keep nagging you and urging you, and that's why even the whole is it a quote or that the analogy that behind every successful man there's a strong woman or whatever. That's where it comes from. It's not that she's strong or she knows better, but even when you mention even when you are dating this woman and you tell them, she'll ask you, so unapangaje na maisha yako? Again, the vision can come from you. So utamwambia mimi nataka familia yangu ikuwe 1 2 3, okay? Unampanga, okay? Then she takes that to heart.
Okay. At what time do you mute him?
Then the woman takes that your vision to heart, and then she nurtures it in prayer, and in she has a safe space for that dream, and then it will grow and she'll keep reminding you of that. And I think that's the role number one of a woman to.
But before you finish, he asks of what doctrines do you base that on, or which book? I'd say this. Do you have an answer to that?
I wouldn't say it's a doctrine, because for me it's studying nature.
It's his imagination.
Now, Jay, you said we need maybe to get some spiritual information from the Bible or from the Quran. At least you have allowed yourself to believe that the Quran, much as you're a Christian, that the Quran could be another source, a reliable source of information as far as spirituality is concerned. What if I told you that there were no these two books for the thousands and thousands of years that Africa existed? We had a source of we were connected to some source of information, and people flourished and lived happy, and there were lesser troubles than there are right now. Would you rubbish it because you don't understand?
I don't disagree. The problem is that we complicate something that is very simple here. It used to be like people could go to the mountain and worship, right? Because they believed there is some entity somewhere listening, and they would be blessed. And miraculously, it would rain, right? People believe that you should not steal, you should not kill, you should not do all these things that even the Bible says, right? What the Bible has come to give us is a history, right? And documentation of another culture, which again, if you look at it, it tallies a lot. There is a lot of marriages in this thing. There was sacrificing. In the Bible, if you read, there was sacrificing. So that is not even the discussion. What I'm surprised is by someone saying, a vision is coming. I think it's the Mary story. A vision is coming to the I'm making my point.
By the way, what about the Mary story? Now it sounds like what someone said, and it's in the Bible.
No, it was too literal to a point that I feel like a man is like a wheelbarrow. You know, it creates some Disney images in my head where the dad is a zombie. Even if you watch Disney cartoons, the dad is a zombie, and when the kid messes, the father is saying, "What if your mother knows? You know your mother will be so mad." That is the society.
Away from that.
My point is this now. Back to what I was saying. As a man, you need to have a vision. There is no woman on earth, whether it is a Medusa or whoever, can put a vision into a man's head. It's either a man is born with a vision and they follow that dream and achieve it, or you are born and you give up and a woman is coming to just hit the wall.